So I'm making this little video about how I dye my hair, because I'm always dyeing it. Anyway, so I've sectioned off the portion of my hair that I'm dyeing, this blonde portion right here, and I'm starting with the roots. I usually do the outside of the roots first. I start with the area closest to my forehead and I work my way around. And so I'll do the underneath and the sides and work my way all the way up to the top up here. And watching this back now, it's like really messy. Wow. Okay. Then once you've gotten the outside done, you will want to section off your hair into little portions. Hold it tightly and just start doing the roots of those little portions that you section off. I do something special for the tips of my hair, so I'm going to dye all the way down until I get to the tips. And you can also brush your little applicator brush like so through your hair to, get out any chunks of dye that are, sitting on top of your hair, and it also gets dye out of the brush bristles. So it creates a more even coverage, I think, and then, you don't have a bunch of like dried up dye caking up your bristles as you go on while you're dyeing your hair. To do the underneath of your hair, you just section it off and turn it over and paint the other side. Or in some cases like this, you just completely fold it over the other hair and just paint it right on down. And so you're going to continue this for, well, the rest of your hair. And like I said, leave the tips undone because, well, do something different for the tips, because I really hate getting dye just all over my fingers. So I've found a way that works pretty well and prevents me from getting dye all over them. So that's coming up here at the end. So yep, this is just going to be a sped up compilation of me painting my hair. And try and make sure you get it even coverage. Turn your section of hair over so you can make sure that I thought I silenced that soundtrack. Too late. Make sure you turn over the sections of hair so that you see that you're getting even coverage on both sides, like top, bottom, left, right of the section that you're working on, like I'm doing right here. Yeah. I didn't bother touching up my roots for this because I was going to go and dye them or bleach them out for the next color I was doing, which was a really lovely purple. Yeah. Alright, now before we dye the tips, go through and separate the hair like this and make sure that it's all even. I recommend combing it through with both the end of the brush and gently with the bristles so that you get out any extra dye that's stuck in the bristles and gets out any clumps that are in your hair. Okay, so what I usually do for the tips is I take a flat surface. For this one, I just showed you I'm using the cap of the hair dye. What I'll do is I'll lay it underneath the hair like this, get some dye on the brush, and then just paint it on like so. This prevents it from getting all over your fingers, which is really messy and annoying. I feel like that's a total waste of dye when you do that. Comb it through a little, and if you look, well, I barely lifted it up right there, didn't I? It actually gets the underside of the hair as well, so you don't need to like bother with flipping all the tips over. Yep. And then I lean out of frame naturally. Anyway. You can also use this technique to patch up any extra spaces you see so that you aren't like pressing the hair against your forehead and staining it, and so you don't get it all over your fingers. I find it's a cleaner method. Yay!